Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rodney built. Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Mids offense will get the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll try it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Navy will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Notre Dame's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team lead.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run from inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Able to pick up a couple on that last one. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Wants to go up top. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Navy will have to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. To the air on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Irish. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going to that one. Nice job.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's a great job by the defense, not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Out of the backfield, he's open. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Back to throw, it's Stoneburner. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Looking for a huge play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that ball is picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And here comes the Navy offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there and you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going.
And that pass intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
At the 20, he's got space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Motion from the offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Yeah, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
Scanning the field, it's Stoneburner. Rifles it down the middle. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that play is going to just ignite this offense. You got to take a shot. You want to be aggressive. What an individual effort here by the receiver hauling in that catch.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The back goes in motion. He'll start this drive firing, using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. On target. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
And the pass hits, picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Stoneburner. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Navy will go back on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Reddick. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on first down from the 28. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Tompkins. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. They want to get this defense on its heels. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Stoneburner. Looking down the middle. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Navy quick to the line. Snap from the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Reddick. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Dropping back, it's Stoneburner. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He's not afraid to go deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. Almost took it all the way there, but it's set up with a 1st and goal. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Rasmussen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock. Didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield, it's Stoneburner. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Power football with the run. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to throw at Stoneburner. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. The Irish send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. And here comes the Navy offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Reddick. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Makes the grab, and a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Running back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, midshipman.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away, and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Stoneburner. Got his man quickly. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, Dave.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him these. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Turning to the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Leaves it with the back. Giving him his pass. Touchdown, Irish! And the pummeling has started.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Navy will go back on the attack. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I had. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes. They do.
Fires the pass, intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here come the Irish back on offense. how about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Back to the ground with the running back. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
3:25. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the route is on. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're going to throw it again. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Using his legs to buy some time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the Swamp. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, now on second down. Looking to pass. It's Carter. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense is sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Shoots it to the left. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Fires one high and deep. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. With that latest touchdown pass, it might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Navy offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Carter. He's got his man. Makes the catch and knocked down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Spits it out to the back. It's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. Dialing up a second down pass play. Back open in the middle. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
And first down for the offense.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.